Theology. Noun. The study of the nature of God and religious belief. Before we dive into today's video, I would like to manage some expectations. You may notice that I won't be heavily editing out things like coughs, sips of coffee, or even the occasional sigh. While I could spend hours polishing every detail or investing in high-end microphones, I've made the deliberate choice to leave most of that in, unless it truly distracts from the message. Why? Because this is my bona fides to you. I am human, and not AI. I'm not some polished corporate figure or manufactured personality, just one of you, sharing thoughts and ideas with honesty and authenticity. You'll also notice that I'm not showing my face, at least for now. This isn't about privacy, but about keeping the focus where it belongs, on the message and not the messenger. Over time this may change, but for now, my priority is to establish trust and broadcast to the members of our tribe who need to hear it. You know who you are. Now let's begin. Welcome back to the Manor Bun. Today, we're diving into a foundational question that touches every aspect of life, thought, and existence. Theology. But not theology as simply a matter of personal belief. Theology at its core is the pursuit of understanding God, our Creator, and everything that He has brought into existence. It's not just about faith, it's about seeking the objective truth behind all things. Whether you're exploring philosophy, physics, biology, or any other discipline, theology is the foundation which all fields rest. Why? Because it begins with the ultimate questions about existence, purpose, and truth. Theology demands that we approach these questions with humility, acknowledging the limitations of our knowledge. After all, no human is omniscient. And theology reminds us that, as vast as our knowledge may seem, there's always more to discover. Let's begin by understanding why theology matters. Theology isn't just about what you believe. It's about asking the ultimate questions. Why does anything exist at all? Is there a creator behind the universe? And if so, what can we know about him? Every other field of study, whether it's philosophy, science, or the arts, asks questions that ultimately trace back to theology. Theology seeks to answer the why behind all things. It's the pursuit of ultimate truth that gives us meaning and purpose to every other discipline. But before we can discuss theology in depth, we have to confront the ultimate question. Does God even exist? And if He does, who or what is He? There are questions that every human being asks at some point, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. For some, the evidence of God is obvious. They look at the natural world, the order, complexity, and the beauty of the universe, and see the handiwork of a creator. For others, the idea is less clear. It's obscured by doubt, suffering, or philosophical skepticism. So how do we approach these questions? Let's break it down. To ask if God exists is to ask some of the most profound questions a human being can consider. Why is there something rather than nothing? If there is a creator, what is His nature? Why does He do what He does? These are not trivial questions. They are the foundation of every discussion about meaning, morality, and truth. but they are also deeply complex, and we have to approach them with humility. Asking these questions isn't about demanding answers that we can't fully comprehend. It's about seeking the truth as far as we are capable. Throughout history, humanity has tried to answer these questions in countless ways. The ancient pagans believed in a pantheon of gods, each representing different aspects of nature or the human experience. They saw the divine in the cycles of the seasons, the power of the sun, and in the mysteries of life and death. Then came monotheistic traditions like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, who have asserted that there is one God, eternal, all-powerful, and the creator of everything. Christianity in particular presents a unique claim that God entered his own creation in the person of Jesus Christ to reveal himself to humanity and to offer a path to redemption. So who's right? How do we know? This is where theology becomes essential. Theology gives us the tools to examine these claims critically and systematically. It invites us to ask not just what we believe, but why we believe it. It challenges us to seek evidence, to study history, and to confront the big questions head on. If God exists, then we have to ask, why does he do what he does? Why create the universe? Why allow suffering? Why give humanity free will? The answers to these questions are not easy, and they may differ depending on your theological perspective. For Christians, the Bible provides insights into God's character and purposes. It describes a God who creates out of love, who allows free will so that humanity can choose to love him in return, and who works all things, even suffering, toward ultimate good. But again, theology requires humility. We are not God. We don't have his perspective, and while we seek to understand his purposes, we must also recognize the limitations of our own understanding. So, why do we even ask these questions in the first place? Because we're human. We are beings who create meaning and purpose. We want to know where we came from, why we're here, and where we're going. Theology is the discipline that helps us explore these questions. It's not about forcing answers or settling for easy conclusions. It's about the pursuit of truth. The ultimate truth that gives meaning to everything else. Here's an analogy. Imagine knowledge as a tree. Theology is the root that grounds everything else. From those roots grow philosophy, a trunk that supports every other branch of knowledge, physics, biology, ethics, and more. Without theology, without those roots, the entire structure is unsteady. Why? Because without understanding the source of existence, the pursuit of knowledge becomes fragmented and incomplete. Theology reminds us that everything, from the smallest atom to the vastness of the cosmos, has a purpose, a design, and a creator. Theology isn't just an abstract study. It's the foundation of everything we know and everything we seek to know. It's how we grapple with the big questions about existence, purpose, and truth. Does God exist? Who is he? Why does he do what he does? These are not easy questions, but they are essential ones. And as we move forward on this channel, we'll explore them together, using theology as our guide. This is not about imposing belief. It's about seeking truth in a world clouded by confusion and deceit. If you're ready to join me on this journey, subscribe to the channel and share this message. And please stay tuned for more. Together we'll uncover the truth, one question at a time. Until next time.